Hi guys, good to see you, I hope you're well. We're carrying on with Hope and Light, reading through the Action Bible. Today we're going to be reading the section about Pharaoh's man, and it's on page 99. If you remember, Joseph had been sold into slavery with by his brothers, very unkind of them. And then he was a slave for a man called Potiphar, but he ended up being put into prison. But the baker and the butler had some dreams, and Joseph was able to tell them what those dreams meant. And then Pharaoh had a dream that no one could answer what it meant, but Joseph said there were going to be 7 good years with lots of food and 7 bad years with not much food. And Joseph said to Pharaoh someone needed to store lots of food for those 7 years of bad food. And Pharaoh decided that actually there wasn't a wiser person in the whole of the kingdom apart from Joseph, because Joseph had God on his side. So Pharaoh put Joseph in charge. So Joseph had gone from a slave to a prisoner to now second in charge of the whole of Egypt. So let's see what happens in today's story. It's called Pharaoh's Man. It's on page 99. In a single moment, Pharaoh elevated Joseph from prisoner to prime minister. From the throne room, Joseph goes outside and kneels in prayer, thanking God for his protection and guidance. Joseph orders the people to start preparing for the famine. He becomes famous in Egypt, and everyone rejoices when he marries the beautiful daughter of the priest of On. I am proud to be your wife, Joseph. You have done so much for our people. There is still lots to do. The good years will pass very quickly. And all too soon, those 7 good years passed, and the bad years began. As the famine continues, people come from other countries that have run out of food. Only Egypt, warned by God, had stores of grain. People from every country come to Egypt, hoping to buy some of the extra food. One day, tribesmen from Canaan enter Joseph's city. Now remember, Joseph was from Canaan. He would probably know these tribesmen. In order to buy grain, these tribesmen appeared before the governor of Egypt. Then, just as Joseph dreamed many years before, his brothers bowed down to him. But they didn't recognize it was Joseph, because he was dressed up as an Egyptian, not as a Canaan tribesman that he used to be. My brothers don't recognize me after all these years, he thought. Since his brothers didn't recognize him, Joseph wants to find out whether his brothers learned to be kind and merciful in the years since he had seen them. He decided to put them to a test. You are all spies, he declared. No, my lord, they said. We are the sons of a great chieftain, Jacob. He sent us to buy grain. 10 sons? How many more sons does your father have? He had 12 sons. The youngest, Benjamin, is at home with our father. The other one died long, long ago. I still say you are spies. Guards, take these men. Make them prisoners. Why should he think we are spies, the brothers thought in prison. I don't know, but it was strange that the governor wanted to know how many sons our father had, they thought. Hours passed, then days. The brothers tried to understand what had happened. Never once did they suspect that their brother Joseph was the governor of Egypt. On the 3rd day, Joseph called for his brothers to be brought him. You may buy grain, but to make sure you are not spies, I will hold one of you in prison until you bring your youngest brother to me. Me? In prison? This must be punishment for what we did to Joseph long ago. I told you we shouldn't have hurt him, the brothers said. Has it taken you all these years to regret the evil that you did to me, Joseph thought. Simeon, his brother, is quickly bound and taken back to prison as a hostage. Frightened and eager to leave Egypt, the brothers hurry to the storehouse to buy the grain. Pay me first, then I will fill your sacks. Their grain sacks filled, the brothers left Egypt at once, but when they got home, they discovered that their sacks were not filled with gold, but also with all of their money. Why did you have money in your grain sacks? And where is Simeon? Jacob said. The whole trip was very strange. The governor said we were spies and he put us all in prison. Then he released everyone except Simeon. Simeon has to stay there until we take Benjamin to Egypt. Take Benjamin to Egypt? Never. I lost my son Joseph long ago. I'm not about to lose another son. I will not let you take Benjamin. But father, what about Simeon? Yes, what about Simeon? And what about us? If the grain runs out and we have to go back for more, we can't go without Benjamin. The Grant family used the grain they had sparingly. But one day, Jacob's hungry tribe had to face the truth. The grain is almost gone. What are we going to do? They were in a predicament, weren't they? They didn't know what to do. They knew they had to go back to get more grain. But if they went back for more grain, then Joseph would ask where Benjamin is. And they would need to get Simeon back. And they didn't come back with the grain, they came back with the money. Joseph had taken the money, and instead of filling the bags with grain, he refilled the bags with the money that they'd given so they could afford it. But would Jacob let them take Benjamin back? I don't know. Join me next week to find out. See you later. Bye.